What up, tribe? It's your girl Raji, and I would like to welcome you to my podcast, The House of Cush, where the evolved hustlers come to learn more about astrology, root work, conjure, tarot, culture, and a little bit of everything in between. Now, if you are new here, welcome, welcome, welcome. I appreciate you guys for coming in to check me out. And if you're an OG, you know I love you so. Don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe, y'all. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who it can help. Welcome, everybody. I have been around, okay? But I'm back by popular demand. That's like one of my favorite memes right now, for real, for real. The intro to one of like Beyonce's major albums that I cannot wait to work on more with you guys. So as you know, this is the beginning of Pisces season, okay? Y'all like how I just skipped over that? Yeah, because I got some cooking, but I'm not quite ready to put it out yet. We'll talk about it. We'll chat soon. Chat soon, chat. But yeah, today is Pisces, the beginning of Pisces season, and we are in the throes of a heavy water lituation because today the moon is also in Pisces. Now, I got a rep for the gang because y'all know I'm a Pisces stellium, meaning I have heavy Pisces energy within my personal chart. And I'm also a Pisces sun. I'm not going to tell y'all when my birthday is. I'm not going to tell y'all when my birthday is. Okay, thank you. No, and I do that for a reason because people are like quite strange. So I have kind of been keeping that information locked and loaded. But just know, how about these? How about celebrate me the whole season, okay? Starting today. Show your girl some love, okay? Just, you know what I'm saying? We're going to celebrate the whole season. I'm not going to just give it up. No, for real. You should always be very, very, very intentional when it comes to revealing your birth time, your chart, anything like that to people because it is the map to your soul. It is your calling. It is all of the roads that you will travel in this life and sometimes the next, depending on what houses you look in. So if someone is quite skilled, you know, they can interrupt the flow. So we want to keep it cute. We want to keep it real cute. I say that because I just saw this woman and she was taught on Threads and she was talking about how she was talking about how people should not be putting their information on like social media. Like people will post their charts like wide open. And baby, that's not smart. That's not wise. Because you run up on somebody and even if they don't know, hell, they might try to take your information to somebody. Your business has a birth chart as well, guys. If you know, you know. Your business has a birth chart. It has a personality. I found it so interesting when I looked at the birth chart of my business and it was all of the qualities, okay? It was all of the qualities of the thing and I was like, wow, that's so interesting. So if y'all are interested in any birth chart readings, look, shameless plug for your business or your personal endeavors, go ahead and click that link in my bio and get yourself set up to travel the journey to Kush, baby. We get started. We gonna start this thing off right now. Y'all know we just went through a solar eclipse yesterday and we're still in the throes of the new moon in Aquarius, 3 days before, 3 days after. I intended to stop through yesterday. I ain't gonna hold y'all. I intended to stop through yesterday, but let me tell you, when I say the energy was something off the freaking charts, I mean it. Like, I had the most gnarliest, tension in my head. I was wanting to nap and just rest. So I did, I took my spiritual baths, I napped, I rest, I did everything that I needed to do. And, I kind of took care of business, but I just didn't overly expose myself yesterday because, like I said, that energy was crazy. We had the solar eclipse, the new moon, and you had the season shifting, and we going into Lent, and we're going it's so much astrologically that is essentially going on right now. So, if you feel a little bit of extra heaviness, give yourself grace and allow yourself to kind of push through. Now, speaking of the transits and the things that are going on, again, we're here for this double Pisces energy, and we're definitely going to discuss some psychic strategies for the evolved hustlers. So hang tight for that as well. Y'all know we're going to get us a good little tribe reading going down too. Now, today is not necessarily what I would consider a grind day. Like I said, ease your way in. Give yourself grace. It's more of a guidance day with the sun entering Pisces. The moon is in Pisces, and we've got a Mercury day. Okay. Now, y'all know Wednesdays is ruled by Mercury, and this is more so giving strategy 10-on-1 on the timestamp to your intuition. So it's not necessarily about forcing outcomes. This is more about listening before you move, which, let's be honest, a lot of us have been pressed for a change, and we've been kind of just jumping into things that don't necessarily serve us. But this is definitely not the time to do that, personal or business. Now, let's focus in on Mercury, right? Mercury is a day for learning, luck, travel, trade, communication. It's a good day to tap into increasing your focus and your alertness. Today is good for prosperity workings in your business if you like to gamble. And it's a good day to make money charms as well as do quick cash workings if you're into the woo, okay? Now, be mindful of distraction and misleading spells today, as well as chaos and confusion. Don't get caught up in other people's BS. And also, don't get caught up in gossip, because today is a day that, people might, be into gossiping too. Just be mindful of like what you pour your energy into. It's not even about being good or bad, in my opinion, this season. It's about knowing where to put your energy and, what to do with it. And a lot of people just don't know and don't realize why they are failing miserably at their endeavors. They don't know where to put their energy. And, that's a challenge. We all have to grow. The more you know, the more you grow. But, at least start the process. Now, we are in a waxing gibbous phase of the moon. And let me see. Hold on, y'all. We're in a waxing gibbous phase. And I want to do a look at, I'm pulling up the almanac. Guys, if you're a member of Patreon, you'll be able to take a look-see at the February almanac, and it gives you a breakdown of the moon phases and the guys as well. So, yes, February 18th, we are in the waxing prep. We are sitting in it. This is about visioning, love, and abundance, mapping. And y'all know abundance comes in all ways. So be very particular about how you do that. Today is also for dream incubations as well. And as we shift into this waxing moon, it's about seeding your intentions, attracting collaborators, and aligning with spiritual guidance. Now, as we shift through this particular theme, we are focusing a little bit more on our creativity and our revenue streams, attracting in high value clients or collaborators. We're also doing a bit more psychic income mapping and more so offers and membership launches, right? And this is good for dream-based petitions as well, for passive income. So this is for my evolved hustlers per se. Now in terms of the woo, you want to, if you've got any business jars or prosperity jars, now is the time to reset that energy, cleanse your altar, clear any stagnant emotional energy, and release outdated relational patterns. Definitely focus in on working with your elevated ancestors, because you want to fall into alignment with your new moon. Now, you, again, ask your ancestors what energy must be claimed to move desire into reality, and then observe and trust their subtle guidance. I know it is not the easiest thing you've ever done. Hey, you preach it to the choir, baby. but it's necessary. And in order for you to truly lead, to truly do what you came here to do, you got to be able to follow, and you got to be able to follow the guidance of your spirit team, astrology, the universe, and not go against the grain, but lean into surrender so you can have what you want. Now, in terms of divination, today is going to be a very good day for that. You want to focus in on strategic, career, and abundance reading. So Evolve Hustler Stand Up, and also the aspect of psychic foresight, love, and financial mapping. Okay, so affirm as well. This is peak energy right now. I love this energy here. Like I said, I'm a Pisces girl, so this is peak. I feel like a lot of times when we think about the aspect of Pisces, people like don't realize we walk in both realms and we are comprised of all 12 signs. So of course it's gonna be Delulu for Shushu because we've been through all the phases and we do have the aspect of feeling like we can do whatever we want. Now the best part about that is if a water sign has more like earth and equal amount of maybe air to kind of push through and actually get things done and solidify those goals. So again, just even in your business, make sure you guys are checking out your charts to see like how you can amplify that energy. Okay, so we're building. And your intuition is going to be off the charts today. There's a lot of emotional magnetism as well. So if you feel a way and it's negative, say out loud, like, this is not my desire. This is not who I am. I think it's a good time with Lent, 40 days, 40 nights type things to go ahead and, make your vows and let it be known, like, okay, this is the best time to clear that nasty energy out. So adjusting your strategies, strengthening what's absolutely working for you, and refining the structure before you get to the full moon payoff. Y'all know this is the time you plant the seeds. And if you are truly in alignment and working with your astrology in terms of hitting your goals every day, you will start to see things manifest by the full moon. All right. Now, think of this as more so scaling energy, evolved hustlers, but spiritually aligned scaling. I love doing these. I love it. I love it. I love it. Because it's like, in this thesis, I will prove. I like to think of it as if Aristotle and Zora Neale Hurston like sonic boomed and had a baby. That would be me. That's where I'm heading this season, y'all, and I am not ashamed about it. But yeah, so waxing energy aside, like, as we get ready to, and we're focused in, this is waxing crescent also, to be specific. And as you know, the crescent and the gibbous is very different energy. It's the crescent and the gibbous. I'm sorry, y'all. The crescent and the gibbous, like, they're two different things in terms of tasks and what you should do. Now, when you think of crescent phases, especially right off, I'm going to go to the Evolved Hustler EGOT, actually. So, we can tap more into these moon phases. I think it's very important, especially if you like working with the seasons. Like, you are ripe for the picking right now, darling. Okay. Right for the picking. Now, when you think of crescents, right, again, we're still in this new moon energy. So have you jotted down what you want to do in terms of your intentions? Have you planted those seeds? And when you set these clear intentions and perform your rituals, focus in on kind of planting the desires of your heart. Okay, doll? The desires of your heart and what you're willing to work for. Let's not forget that. Because if you're not willing to work for it, babe, it's not going to give what you need it to give. Now, in terms of the waxing crescent, right? this is a phase where you will be focusing in on, hold on, you know what, hold the freak, you know what, we're not even finna do this. 10:10 on the timestamp. We're not even finna do this. Chaos and confusion, baby. Chaos and fucking confusion. Oh, Jesus. Hold on, y'all. Wow, have mercy. This is live and direct. I will not be making any editorial cuts for this because you're getting that realness. You're getting the realness, okay? Now, as I was saying, the wax and crescent is good for you to call in what you want. Go within and pull out, right? What's going to be magnetic. And again, I just feel like knowing exactly where you're going, exactly who you are, is going to magnify that. Now, the new moon can be tapped into a series of ways. You can scribe with that solar eclipse energy. You know, you could have been focused on timeline jumping, and I feel like not necessarily to say realistic, because what's realistic to me might not be realistic to you. You want to do things that you know you are going to be capable of doing. Random. The Evolved Hustler e-guide, I am redoing it, y'all, and I'm going through the process of editing, and that Capricorn moon in me is like really to like a point. Really to a point with it. And if you've already purchased this, FYI, you can tap in with me and get the updated version when I put it out. You guys can get the updated version for the free ski, okay? Because this was a love letter. But anywho, yeah, that Mercury energy is taking me down through there today, guys. Hang tight. Now, let's talk about the solar eclipse. So the solar eclipse actually occurs when the moon passes between the sun and the earth, blocking or partially blocking the sun's light. Now, as y'all know, we didn't get to see the full scope of that. Now, we did when it came last year, the year before last, right? When was it? The last time it was around these parts of the U.S. today, we could see it. But this time it's going to be like, it was in Africa. It was overseas that they saw it better. Now, the solar eclipse is the full embodiment of what you were manifesting during the previous lunar eclipse. So if you think of the way that we plan and execute utilizing planetary hours, planetary days, solar eclipses, and moon phase, like getting down to the nitty gritty in terms of planning out your life and your business, you'll know that certain eclipses and phases are going to yield different things. Now, what's interesting about the astrology that's coming up is we're going to have a lunar eclipse in like 2 weeks. Okay, and that's gonna be quite interesting. Now, I'll go ahead and let y'all know if you're wondering, like, what the hell is a lunar eclipse? So the lunar eclipse takes place when the earth comes between the sun and the moon, causing the earth's shadow to be cast on the lunar surface. Now, this gives you a peek into your future, and it allows you to reset. You're able to confront your shadows, and you can find balance. I recommend continue, because I feel like that energy still vibes. Like, focus in on, acknowledging, releasing, and refining, right? What does your experience look like? How will this go for you? I always feel like, what are you willing to do? How far are you willing to go to get what you want? And it's so intricate and so detailed that it can be a bit daunting. I feel like this is that Pisces energy of like, let it flow. Follow your dreams, follow your intuition. And for an evolved hustler with a take charge, gotta see the numbers, gotta see how it's going, kink, that might not be the easiest thing. But surrender is necessary. Surrender is necessary, and it's absolute. Like, there's, from what I've seen in terms of the transits, and if y'all been following the transits, it's really no way around it. Right now, we're still retrograding in Cancer, so you're still dealing with the root of what you were attempting to build and how that becomes in terms of your home life, your family, your inner emotions, your close community. The node is still retrograding right now. It is in Pisces. Now, there have been some significant changes since I last talked to you guys. For instance, Mercury has shifted into Pisces. Venus is in Pisces. Yeah. And Now, okay, so the astrology.com is not recognizing right now, because we still at the 29th degree as today, this right now, right now, y'all know 29 degrees is at its finality of it shifting into Pisces. But just know we shifting, you might as well say we into Pisces. Okay, so you got that sun, you got that moon, you got that Mercury, that Venus, and your North Node, baby. Oh my Lord. It is really going down, basement. Okay, let's look at the transits. Y'all know I like my dessert first. Now, Saturn, which is in Aries right now, is conjuncting with Neptune, which is in, what is, whole lot, which is in Aries too. Ooh, shit. So you're feeling a lot of intensity. The veil is lifted, and you really, even though we in this Pisces mode, it's kind of hard to ignore a lot. I feel like pay attention to those dreams. Definitely pay attention to that insight, because it's giving you like directional insight on where you need to go and what you need to do. Okay, so pay attention to that. These things are working together. While intense, that Saturn energy gives you the ability to know like what you need to plant and how you need to execute. You know, Saturn's very serious, very slow, very intentional. Okay, now where's the other? North Node in Pisces conjuncting Venus in Pisces at 0 degrees. Baby, it's very much giving. Follow your dreams. Follow that little whisper in your ear. But don't do too much, because you could be played with and fooled into going back into a cycle that you know you're supposed to leave. Okay. Just because you know, I say evolve the hustle, not give it up. Like, but evolve the dream, evolve the hustle. Don't necessarily abandon it, but refine it, make it like a real thing. You know what I mean? Like, there's more than one way to skin cat. You know, what is it about what you're trying to create that needs like that solid foundation? How can you execute the life of your dreams with intention and with like strategic insight? You know, that's how I see it. So it's not about like going against what you want, but like refining it, you know, not just sitting. I feel like that Aries is like, get up, move to action, do what you do. Okay, this is my world, Pearl. You know what I'm saying? And it is. It's my world, Pearl. You are the main character. That's what I was talking to, you know, the tribe about on live. Like, you're the main character. Do not be, you know, assistant in your own life. Okay? Don't let nobody do that to you. Don't let nobody overtake you. Okay? Directing you. Like, this gives you a chance to get that fire in your belly again for what you want. You know? Yes, I love that. I love that energy. So let's see what the spirits are talking about, y'all, because all right, open these roads. Thank you so much, Spirit, for allowing me to stand at the crossroads for the collective. Thank you so much for covering and protecting us as we go on this journey. Thank you so much for the gift. You know I don't abuse the gift. I honor it, I appreciate it, I love it, and I respect it. What guidance do you have for the tribe today? So yeah, as I shuffle, y'all know I gotta do a little chit chat. But yeah, so dreams are doing what they do. And I have been doing my fair share of research. I've been reading something freaking crazy lately. And it is revealing so much to me. I've gotten so much clarity about like the path that that is heading out for us. And there's nothing to really be afraid of. It's more or less about like surrendering. I know y'all get tired of hearing it, but facts. I can only go for what I know with that one. You definitely want to surrender, because it's happening for the betterment of you. You've already kind of been preparing. It's just, you know, get it right, get it tight. And stop letting people like side quest you into their shit, because you are the main character, not the supporting character. And people are like, oh, that's, you know, you don't think you need nobody. Yeah, but you need yourself first. Build you first, then bring it in. Bring it in. But how can you bring something in when you haven't even built anything? You're not confident. You're not sure. You don't know where you're going. So then you're relying on the applause of others. You're asking. You're a high-ranking spiritual being asking other people about your path. How does that work? Guidance, yes. Confirmation, applause, no. Okay, let's go. Let's see here, because we got us some monitoring spirits. Ooh, child, but I won't get into that right now, because, yes, pay them dust. Let's see. So we got the Son of Sticks in reverse. The High Priestess here, Taurus energy. Miss Ida. Collectively, we're sitting at the Seven of Baskets in the upright. Near future, Daughter of Coins here. Okay, overall. Pisces, little bitty fishies, last but not least, sees Five of Sticks in reverse. There's a lot of gossip here. There's a lot of people trying to stop you from going in a direction. Now, you are being called to exercise patience and insight right now. Your dreams are revealing things to you. And in the long run, everything's going to play out just the way it should. But you do have some people that, and we talked about this, like I did a week ahead reading. I know y'all like, damn, what you mean we talked about these? You ain't been talking to us. I know, y'all. But listen. When I'm guided to a certain platform, I'll go to it. That's why I say, hey, follow me here, follow me there, because you never know where spirit gonna lead me to put a message. But I've been telling people that we did the week ahead reading. I think I did it live. I don't even think I recorded that shit, honestly. But it was the aspect of people just trying to enter fucking fear. Like, you got a lot of obsessive energy here, and it's like become people's sole mission to stop you from getting forward. So it's almost like we were being told to center and trust in the process and the knowledge of your dreams revealing insight. 7 months is significant here for someone. But let's talk about these Five of Sticks in reverse. Yo, you got a lot of people. So this playing out. Damn, y'all. I think I still got that live record. I might post it. I don't know. But, yo, so Five of Sticks in reverse to the Seven of Sticks. It's people fighting with you about you. You're fighting with you about you. Like, I just always feel like if people spend the mass majority of their time being focused on what they're doing instead of being focused on what you're doing, the world would be a better place. But we all know, as a spiritual warrior, as an evolved hustler, that's not how it goes. We can dream a little bit, but you've got those like side quest ass people that, test your gangster. And that's exactly what's happening. Like, you've been fighting this group of people who've been aggressively coming towards you to take you off of your path. There's a Daughter of Sticks in reverse here, possibly a fire sign, younger fire sign, feminine energy. This is a Sagittarius that you've been battling here, because I got the Father Sims, which is significant of Sagittarius in reverse. This person's feeling quite reckless. They're feeling out of control. This person is not necessarily in their right mind. There's also the aspect of a father figure here, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, and Father of Baskets in reverse. So there is a father figure. It has given me a sign, but this energy is manipulating you emotionally into thinking that they care. This person could have some sort of idea here, or be trying to give you some sort of fake ass inspiration. There's also a Father of Sticks. They telling me who all these people are. There's a Father of Sticks here who's taking some sort of action or taking the lead. They're taking charge. I'm in charge. And again, these people are losing their fucking minds. Like, Four of Knives in reverse. They are losing their minds because they're running out of time. Yeah, that cycle is closing. I was just going to say that. I got the World card here. So there's the reason why they cutting up. They cutting up because the portal has like basically closed out on their ass. So you're still going to be dealing with the remnants of like their nasty ass energy trying to penetrate your new plan. And that's what they told me to say. Like, yeah. So the cycle's closed and they feeling some type of way. So heavy is the head that wears the crown. Heavy is the head. I got this really interesting insight. Like, I get my information. I'm not partial because I feel like confirmation. I'm not partial. I feel like my mind is expanded and I could learn from anybody. I could get insight from anybody. And a lot of times I feel like in indigenous practices, obviously we get insight from the ancestors, but we often fall short because we don't want to look into, not everybody, so don't think I'm saying everybody, but we don't be wanting to deal with other practices. We don't be wanting to look into, and I've been talking about that a lot in my like channel messages, as far as know thyself and know thy enemy, right? Like, you got to be willing and ready to study every part of the chessboard, not just your part, whether you embrace it or practice it or not. And also, a lot of what's being done on a wide scale comes from indigenous practices, and they've repackaged it. So it's extensive research, and if you're willing to look into that information, you will find a lot of shit. So I feel like that's what's going on too. Tell me about the Son of Sticks in reverse. Yeah, in the past, someone was trying to stop you from being independent. This Son of Sticks energy, somebody's worried though. Tell me about it. They're worried. They're worried because they're going to be receiving backlash. Somebody is getting what they deserve for something they did 7 years ago. You know, your loads are lifting, and as your loads are lifting, it's almost like the best reversal you could have ever seen in your life. Like, you have been receiving some sort of assistance here. There's something being passed down to you. And again, dreams are revealing this. Ritual is revealing this. Stay in routine, stay in character, stay unshaken, right? Use that lit energy to your like advantage. Like, whether you are practicing Christian or not, just the idea of harnessing, like I said, know thy enemy. Harnessing that energy of sacrifice, of fasting, of vows, like, that is a amazing like vibe to tap into, because the spirits of our elevated ancestors, you know, they are about that life when it comes to certain practices. So kind of figure out how that can work for you is what I'm picking up. Like, also bring in what you're bringing in, but figure out how that applies to you, how that works for you in the grand scope of things. Use that link energy to your advantage, I'm telling you. Sit down today, write it out, make a vow, say what you will and won't do, and what you're willing to work with, and start to move through that process, right? Step into that. 40 days. What's 40 days from today, y'all? Okay, but yeah, you're receiving some help here. People are getting what they deserve, and they're worried because there's a lot of people who realize they shouldn't have done what they did. Specifically, a fire sign here. They may have spoken out of terms. Yeah, so someone here has been patiently waiting for you to tap out. They were hoping that you wouldn't receive an opportunity, and maybe this has put you in a negative mind space as well. And there's a lot of hidden enemies and adversaries behind you that do not want to see you build with this 9 of coins. And again, this was all dependent on you getting away from those people, and not just in a physical realm, but in an emotional realm. Like, emotionally, it's time to let go of that codependent, like, stank ass energy, y'all. Feeling like you owe a motherfucker something. Like, sometimes for but a season, and people be wanting to latch on. They be wanting to latch on for longer than the contract, longer than the process, and they will try to make you feel guilty about that shit. Everybody not meant to stay the whole time. Not meant to stay. So yeah, you've been focusing in here on becoming more independent. We're, moving on, just allowing yourself to seek the truth and abandoning everything. Like, I love this stick. Yeah. You were thinking that you wouldn't get your portion. You were thinking that, you'd be stuck in this mindset, this cycle. You're dealing with a lot of hidden foes, a lot of gossip, people gossiping about what you do and don't have on a material scale, or who you are at your core. And really what they think of you is none of your business. What is the Seven of Baskets? Yeah, you've gotten clarity about a group of people that could be working together. Three of Baskets. These are people you're close to, you're friends with, past family, etc. You were still showing these people love, and they wanted to see you in this Eight of Coins in reverse, Eight of Pentacles energy, right? This is toxic family, Ten of Baskets in reverse. Yeah, they was trying to slow you down. There's a lot of con artists. There's a lot of negative ass feelings. Daughter of Baskets here. Yeah, that in the reverse too, y'all. So that's the truth. Yeah, they didn't want to see you do shit. These people were trying to hem you up, keep you stuck emotionally. It's very much whatever it is that you're building or whatever your goal is. Tapping into your sense of self is a threat to these people. They be so concerned with shit that don't got nothing to do with them. Y'all, side quiz. So I've been discussing the etymology of family, kin, tribe, clan, and what else? Lineage, I think. Did I do lineage? I've been just going through that process, and I feel like the more we handle our conjure wound, the more we handle that Jupiter in Cancer, kind of getting us out of that stuck place emotionally, when we feel like we owe a place or a person or a situation our undying loyalty. Once you really focus in on tribe, family, clan, CLAN, FYI, not KLAN, CLAN. But once you look into the etymology of those words, you will realize what type of unseen contracts you are making, and how you keep on folding yourself into that energy lifetime after lifetime after lifetime, and how that cycle needs to end. I'm gonna get into it, I promise y'all. Moving forward to reading though, but I feel like this is important for you though, because I got that with that Three of Baskets and that Ten of Baskets in reverse. You're allowing your toxic family, your toxic past life to stop you from reaching your goals. And this is a place where you're getting clarity. You could have had a dream. I had the gnarliest dream, and I'm not even gonna talk about it. But you could also be receiving insight in your dreams, letting it be known, hey, this is who's holding, this is the text you're dealing with. You need to act accordingly, especially if you plan on doing something worthwhile. So talk to me about the Daughter of Coins. So whatever it is that you're planning on doing, that you're receiving with that Daughter of Coins, Knight of Pentacles energy, you're actively doing things, and you are being protected over the next 9 days. You are being heavily protected here. There is a friendship or a relationship that you've ended in your past. Two of Baskets, Three of Knives in reverse, and you've just got some bitter ass baddies here who just cannot let go of the fact that you no longer want to pour into this. These people have been trying to destroy you for at least the past 5 months, doing some sort of baneful magic. We've got a Gemini with the Magician in reverse here. So 3 days is significant. They are making some sort of going to take action in 3 days. So cover your head, do what you do, because that Gemini, oh my God, it just reminds me of you will release some shit, right? And I got that type of energy. The worst thing I could do is walk away from a motherfucker. Pardon my French, say. The worst thing I could do is release you. The worst thing I could do is release you, let you go, put you out my energy. That's the worst thing I could do to you. But people will assume, because they cannot be in your energy anymore, you are actively attacking them, when really your protection, your favor, all that shit is kind of getting away from them, and they become so addicted, so entitled, so vengeful, that they will wage war on you, wage war on your business, wage war on your stability. And that's the type of energy you getting with this Gemini energy that's coming up, 9 days, 3 days too, 3 to 9 days, taking away resonates. But I just see these energies like actively attacking you. I'm gonna go live because what the fuck. There's a Virgo here, an Aquarius, taking a leap of faith. Somebody's plan is to end their stagnation, so a Cancer could be coming towards you. Baby, they throwing their last dollar, their last thing into the ring of fire. They ain't got shit to lose, is what Spirit just said. They ain't got nothing to lose. Whatever you're building up, you're taking a leap of faith, and these people are like wanting to keep you hidden. Leo could be significant. They're wanting to keep you hidden because this family like portion with this 10 of Pentacles, this it's being revealed that there's a detachment coming here, and these people are losing this battle, and they're having a hard time coming to terms with this. So they are trying to slow down your goals, keeping you heavily in your feelings. But you've been strong. You know, you've been battling with a lot. Specifically, again, heavy Leo energy. You've been battling with a Leo. This person is upset. They really want to come towards you with some sort of offer or apology. So this is why they're taking this lead. They definitely want to end and make peace with you, but it's a way for them to cash in on your energy. This person recognizes that their deception will be revealed, so they've been working rather hard because they don't want to be in regret. This person, Emperor versus Aries, this is a energy of a bully. Somebody's abusing their power to delay you from moving on. This person realizes you're coming out of some sort of poverty here. Five of Pentacles in reverse, and you've released this energy. They can no longer sacrifice you, so they're all out of whack. Their priorities aren't in order, and they're really upset. They don't want the responsibility of carrying the weight of their emotions. This person is very much worried. Nine of Swords, they're worried because they made a bad decision recently, and now they have to follow through with this plan. And unfortunately for them, the illusion has been lifted, and there is some sort of imbalance happening here. Ooh, Spirits is not playing with these people. You see their eggs coming, but they still gonna try because they out their body. They out their body. Like, I know we be like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're out of their minds is what I'm picking up. These people are crazy, obsessed, like thinking and perpetuating the idea that you're doing something to them because you don't want to be bothered. You know the amount of times I have been told, like, me separating myself was evil. Like, somebody literally fucking told me that shit, y'all. Like, they was like, that's evil to cut a person off. That's evil. Like, what about me having boundaries and not allowing you to feed? Is like that, but that's how they see it. Like, you like, damn, what I do to these people, etc., etc. Absolutely fucking nothing. You removed your energy to people who are energy vampires and who thought that they was going to be able to feed on you forever, and they truly are taking offense to the fact that you're preserving your energy for yourself this season. Like, quit over analyzing. And when you detach the Devil in reverse to the Nine of Pentacles, you are like, you're receiving your portion. And see, they thought they was going to be able to feed. People need to get to know themselves. They're under the illusion that you're going to lose this fight. This cycle is closed. These people are not processing. You're not getting what I'm putting down in my Justin Bieber voice, okay? You're not understanding. Like, how dare you not be the nucleus battery of the community, of the family, of the relationship? You were never, ever supposed to wake the fuck up, is what I'm picking up on. These people are greedy. This King of Pentacles that you've been released from, this person, they could have lied recently about why they took this leap of faith, or I'm hearing lying to themselves. You're lying to yourself. They'll never find another you. They will look to the ends of the earth. And see, that's why they mad. Instead of I posted this like thing because I'm an 8th house stellium, so people will get obsessive with me and I have to set boundaries because they will continue to try to feed off of me and they don't even be realizing they be doing it. But I posted this post and I was like, I'm not meant to be possessed, I'm meant to be experienced. And I come across very few people that honor that. And when you get to doing way too much in the spirit and the physical, because the spirit's gonna tell on your ass every time, I have to let it go. I have to release it because it be depleting me. And I'm saving something for myself this season and nothing's wrong with that. And I definitely encourage the collective, the tribe to do the same thing. Like, this is not a martyr season at all. Like, what's wrong with you? So I got the 7 of Swords in reverse here. Yeah, there are some sort of negative vibes that are going on. They've been working very hard to keep you in this energy. Again, 8 years is significant, but you've exemplified some sort of strength or confidence here, Leo, even though like things have been kind of messed up, right? Because maybe it's been taking you a little longer to reach your goals. Again, this is more so about surrendering, and because this is a battle that isn't really yours to fight. These recent delays that you've been experiencing were really about cutting this group of people. These 3 of Cups in reverse. Yeah, cycles ending. There's the World card again. Yeah, keep your back turned to them leeches. Keep your back turned. The World. Keep your back turned. Now, there is a King of Cups coming up again. There you go again. That was the King of Baskets earlier. Attempting to emotionally manipulate you. This Hierophant in reverse could be a Taurus here. Yeah, this person could try to manipulate you into like starting a new cycle with them. 4 of Wands here. This person could be saying it's unfair, justice in reverse. This person could have done something illegal here. Very selfish. He could have took something. He could have done something illegal with the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. And this person could be trying to trap you, or they could be trapped. This person could be going to jail soon. 9 weeks is significant. This person's not getting their wish fulfillment because judgment has been called. Judge, jury, executioner, baby. So legal issues, Libra here. And now somebody's trying to take action. There is a action being taken here. Maybe you sense this person taking action. High Priestess here. Yeah, this person took action towards a High Priestess and now their ass is in a tower. See, they could have told some sort of lie, thinking they would not have to carry this burden. They thought they had everything under control. And there's a Virgo here who also could be financing this. And now that they've broken a relationship here, this person is in need of a favor. So they need this person's money to continue to battle you. But someone's eyes have been open in regards to an Empress in reverse. And this person seems to be failing miserably. There's an Aries here in your energy. This person's embarrassed about the role that they took. This person, as well as this, they took a role. They could have continued. They've done something here. You dealing with a lot of obsessive ass energy. And their obsession has like led them into a pit. Because I got the Death card and the Chariot. Scorpio and Cancer. Yeah, you've detached. You're not even worried. Yeah, you can't even be bothered with this shit. But these people, they have some sort of obsession with you and stopping you from taking action. And they're delayed because they thought they was going to be able to stop you heavily in their feelings, because again, they don't want to take responsibility for the loss of this friendship or this relationship. So expect 9 of Sticks here. Expect them to try to fix this with lies and illusions. Spirit says do not help these people do anything, because there's some sort of journey here. Someone took a leap of faith and they could have tried to openly deceive you. Yeah, Star card, they did some shit and they did it in front of everybody. They believed that they would have plenty of options, opportunities here. Yeah, they did this shit with their whole chest. And when I say, for my, people who don't know the lingo, when I say they did something with their whole chest, they did it without like any sort of regret. Okay, they stood 10 toes down on their drama. Okay, near future. Yeah, Temperance in reverse. There's a Sagittarius, there's a Cancer, and they're going through some sort of misfortune right now. So these people are losing their jobs. The gang's all here and they're breaking up. Yeah, they're losing their jobs, and these people could have been doing some sort of magic here, Gemini, to again end the stagnation and maybe try to make peace with you. This person came up with some sort of plan. They said they was going to apologize to you for traumatizing you and breaking your heart, but they're still fighting you though. They could be fighting with the Queen of Swords in reverse, my bad, because this person could have manipulated them into thinking that they wouldn't have to go through this at all. This could have been someone in their family here. There's an air sign that told them they were going to make it out just fine, but their ass is not making it out just fine. Yeah, the illusion here is this person, a Leo and maybe an Aries. This is an Emperor in reverse. This person is trying to cover up the fact that they went into this head first, and trying to like have people think like, no, I just got that, when Steve Urkel y'all remember in Family Matters when Steve Urkel was turning into Stefan? That's the energy I'm getting from this shit. Like, they wanted people to think they didn't like bully their way into this shit. Like, they was trying to wear your aura like a fucking second skin, bro. And that's not how it's going. A false leader, a bully, a false boss, like not wanting to do the work, but confirmation, but wanting to feed off of you to get to the top. And it's all coming out. I'm gonna keep my team brief. I'm at 51 minutes. Yeah, there's someone you're not talking to. You're not talking to these people. Yeah, yeah. This could be people you work with in your work environment, evolved hustlers. Okay. Leo here. There's somebody who, this Leo from your past, this person's in a very bad energy because they're not getting what they thought they were going to get out of the deal. Capricorn here. This could be someone who's very immature. This is someone in your family, someone you consider family. So now you've got a space of peace here. These people could be trying to say, let's make peace. Let's have a peace treaty. But if you don't follow your instincts, don't be tricked. Yeah, because there's something still being hidden and not revealed. Yeah, so continue to stay to yourself. Rest. Continue. Rest. You don't have to reveal anything to these people. Don't be tricked into not following your instincts and thinking like, oh, they want peace. No, they do. I want peace. There is someone who has a plan, that air sign, and this person could be quite fearless when it comes to coming after you. Sagittarius and a Gemini here. They could be still hunting you, but because their mask has been ripped off of a Taurus here, providing reverse, as well as an Aries. They can't provide. Somebody's lost their powers and they're being consumed. Somebody's consumed. They've lost their power. They can't provide. Their mask is ripped off. Hunting you is crazy work. Near future, blessings are coming. Your blessings. Yeah, you're going to get some sort of inheritance, spiritual or physical. We feed the Delulu, but so far. A lot of people be thinking like you saying you go get a lottery. Sometimes the inheritance is the gifts that you unlock the more you heal, and those things do come from your DNA, and a lot of times those will propel you into having generational wealth. I do want to put that out there. Yeah, there is a Cancer here who was careless, and now something's coming to the surface, Aquarius, and they are trapped. Okay, they're trapped. This person maybe trying to trap you into a rebirth. Yeah, this person's trying to be cunning. So watch out for that Cancer and that Aquarius. Yeah, they are quite confident here that they can shift and change the waters. Make sure you're protecting yourself as well as your children or your inner child. Protect your joy, okay? And Spirit says, do not forget that you're in a healing phase, okay? So give yourself grace. These people want to see you weak, and you just can't trust them. There may be a Leo that you just can't trust. You better use your wisdom. Remember what you know. Yeah, use your wisdom. There's something being created here. So whatever you're creating, you may need to continue to protect it, okay? Yeah, somebody's trying to defend why they did some shit. Scorpio. Yeah, they trying to defend why they did something, why they had bad intentions in the past. And they really trying to get you to reveal your secret sauce so that they can ultimately have a victory. This person's playing in your energy and they're losing patience. They playing a role. Like, this is the type of energy that, like, they want to be you. So they've been wearing your skin. Like I said, I just keep getting that. It's very weird. Like, they're playing a role. They pretending to be you, and they need you for inspiration. They need you to talk to them. They need you to feed them. They need you like, because they don't know what to do, because they all working with old material, because you're not dealing with these people. So, in order for them to truly, like, get in where they fit in, they got to have some sort of connection to you. They got to know what's going on so they can assume the position. They're operating off of old material, so expect these people to try to come in for real. There's a situation, somebody could be passing away. death Death is here, and it's not a mystery, but they don't believe it because they're in balance. A Libra, they're in balance. They're experiencing imbalance because you're not talking to them. Remain determined to evolve, because these people were not kind to you, and you could have shown them a whole bunch of love. Don't collaborate with these people when it comes to work. Somebody could be working on you because you don't want to collaborate with them. Somebody you were in a romantic situation with, or they could just love being mean. Take it where it resonates. These are the negative people, the villains in the story, the adversaries, the protagonists. We all got them. So that's my word, y'all, and I'm sticking to it. Like, they haven't been able to change your mind, and they haven't getting their wish fulfilled. So that's why they taking this step forward. They'll even do things illegally, okay, to have victory. Particularly that Libra, that Aquarius. Somebody has a big bright ass idea, and they're running with their emotions. They've lost control. The family was ashamed. They're experiencing some sort of misfortune here. So they're being guided. They're trying to come towards you to stop you from being stable here. Yeah, somebody could be secretly working together with a Virgo. Stagnant. A Leo refuses to let something in. She continues to come towards you. But this Father of Coins in reverse could be trying to expedite a plan with an air sign, and it's caused a tower. They'll be hearing about these. You'll be hearing from my lawyer. That's what I just heard. A spiritual lawyer, hell, even. These people crazy. Okay? They're insane. Temperature check. They're insane. But anyway, that's my word, y'all. I'm sticking to it. I'm going to close this road because it's ugly energy. Okay? It's ugly energy. Again, these could be people that you work with or worked with in the past. Family as well. Take where it resonates. All right? But listen to your dreams. Listen to your intuition. Do not second guess your gut. This is not the time to do that. You're so close to the finish line. You can fucking smell it. Okay? You can smell it. You're so close. All right? So don't let them get in the way of your plans. Protect what you're building with a vengeance. Okay? And stay calm. Stay in routine. All right? Now, if this message resonates, guys, don't forget to follow, like, share, and subscribe. Tell a friend to tell a friend. You never know who it could actually help. And let me know how you feel in the comments. Like, what's going on, okay? How you feeling, okay? How you doing? And, yeah, I will chat with you guys soon. Love you, mean it. Happy Pisces season. Happy solar eclipse. Happy new moon. Happy just everything about this shit feels brand new month. How about that? How about that for size? Yes. Thank you.